With the milder temperatures and all of this rain, there is the potential for ice jam flooding. And in some places like Silver Creek, this is a familiar watching and waiting game. That's where we find Channel 2's Heather Lee this midday. How are things looking out there right now, Heather?
Hi there, Kelly. Good morning. Earlier this morning, there was a warning about ice jams and potential flooding, rising water. That was just after, or just before 8 o'clock this morning, I should say. But by the time we got here shortly before 9, all of that water was opened up and free flowing. A big sigh of relief for people in this area who are all too familiar with ice jams and the damage that can come along with them. Now, right now, you're taking a look at Cattaraugus Creek Harbor. This is where Cat Creek meets Lake Erie. Right now, this is sort of a barometer for how things are looking. All morning long, we've been seeing people stop on by, just taking a look at how the water is looking. They say right now what you're seeing is a great sign. Open water at the mouth of the creek, a little bit of ice buildup as you move farther in the creek, but weakening ice that they hope will give way in the event of a jam. Now, a lot of property owners, they'll be making their rounds today and tomorrow to monitor the situation.
A sign of good news would be the skies opening up and the sun coming out. I looked at the forecast yesterday. We have 2 days of rain coming, right? So if the creeks are all iced over and the lake still is frozen and we get that much rain, it just backs up, right? And so it's backed up pretty far before. I'd rather just know what I'm in for. Like, do I need to check my sump pump?
That is a way of life down in this area, especially this time of year. Now, right now you're looking at video from Silver Creek from earlier this morning. Again, at that point, wide open, some smaller chunks of ice and the occasional tree limb floating on by. Things are okay right now, but people who have lived here for a very long time, they know that things can change, and they can change very quickly. We also had the chance to talk with someone who is relatively new to this area, just bought property a couple of years ago. He said that he has never seen ice jam flooding since he's moved here. He hopes to keep it that way. But again, Kelly, it's sort of a way of life. I don't want to call it a rite of passage, but definitely something they have dealt with before. They just hope that they don't have to deal with it again. Reporting live in Silver Creek this morning, Heather Lee, Channel 2 News.
Appreciate it, Heather. Thank you. And make sure you download our free 2 on Your Side app to stay up to date with the weather conditions throughout the day today. You'll be able to access the interactive radar and track any watches or warnings in your area. And you can also send us photos or videos of what's happening outside your window. If you can do that safely, use the Near Me feature in the app, or on social media, just make sure you use the hashtag #BN2.